Hi, welcome to SBI Motors Japan, and on this channel we talk about used cars from Japan, and today I'll be taking you through 10 points that you have to consider before buying a used vehicle. So stick around and please subscribe to this channel as I take you through this journey of discovering whether these cars are roadworthy or are dangerous for your life. Point 1, is the muffler badly rusted? Let's look at this one. You have to look whether the muffler is rusted or is good. Actually, this one looks amazing. This one is not rusted at all. So a muffler is something you have to look at when you're looking at the things to consider before buying a second-hand car. Point 2, are there any shift shocks in the AT? Is whether there are any shift shocks at the AT, because you know your gearbox is a very, very important thing, and any shift shocks will make it difficult for you as a driver and not safe to drive on the roads actually. So the shift shocks is something you have to look at carefully before buying a used car from Japan. The third point to consider, are the seats sagging? You know, are they loose or sagging? You know, this is a simple test. Just try and move your seats. Try and move your seats, and if they are moving and the car is not moving, then there's a problem with the seats. Seats are very, very important, especially the driver's seat. Try and see that? This is a very stable seat. It's not moving. Look at me. You can even, hey. It's not moving, man. This seat is stable, and this is one of the things you have to look at when you're buying a car. Point 4, are the gaps between the fenders, bumpers, and the lights even? The fourth point is the gap. The gap between the fenders, the bumpers, and the light. You know, the fenders. Look at that. Look at that gap between the bumpers and the light. It must be even. It must be all even. If it's not even, then there is an issue with your car, and you should be very careful when buying such a car, because this looks simple, but it's one of the things that you should look out for. Point 5, does the door open properly? Remember, this is the door to the rest of your car. So you see that? That is a very good bonnet. It opens properly. So guys, always try and make sure you buy a car whose, bonnet is easy to open, so that you don't, get into troubles. For example, when your car breaks down, you need a bonnet that opens properly so that the mechanic can work on your car. It sounds very simple, but this is one thing you should definitely consider when buying a used car from Japan. Point 6, is the inside of the hood clearly clean? This one is a clean hood, despite this just a little dust, but this is a clean hood. And you can see all the compartments of the car clearly without much struggling. That shows you that a car has been well maintained and conditioned so that you can enjoy it on the road. So this is an example of a good car to have, because as we can see, the hood is clearly clean and you can see all the components of the car without much struggle, guys. Point 7, are the switches on the console worn out? Control panel and the switches, are they worn out? As you can see, this car has very, very clear control panel, and the switches are still very, very clear. You don't want to be trying to add volume and then you end up adding the temperature of the car, So it's very important to see whether all the switches on the console actually works and are actually very, very clear to see, because if they are worn out, you'll have a difficult time. So this is basically one of the best cars I've seen today, because the console is marked out clearly and you can really see this is auto, this is off, this is for temperature, this is for the radio, and all the other beautiful things that come with this car. Point 8, are the power windows and other electrical components in working order? Hi, the 8th most important thing to consider is the power windows. Are the power windows working? Can you just close your windows when you don't want to talk? When you're in traffic and you don't want to talk to people and they keep on talking, you just go like... Exactly, so that's the thing. The power windows are a very important thing to see, whether all these buttons are working, whether the child's safety lock is working on the other side so that you can lock all the other doors, as well as many other electrical parts of the car that are very, very important, such as the lights, the wiper. Those are just small things that you must look at when you're buying a used car from Japan. And from this car, looks like everything is fine. So stop talking to me, bye. Point 9, do the doors open and close clearly? Are there any problems with opening and closing of the doors? The doors are a very important thing on a car. This is actually a safety feature on each and every car, because they protect you, of course, from falling outside. and you have to make sure that they open smoothly and close in a perfect condition, because you don't want doors that are hanging when you are on your way. So this car has, of course, a 4-door car, and looks like the doors are closing, and even the trunk, see, opening, and you hear that sound. That sound is very, very important. That sound shows you that the doors have closed. You don't want a door that is closing like that. No, that's not a safe door, because there's a lot of space here, and this is not a closed door. So you have to make sure that the door is opening fully, but when you close, there are no gaps remaining. It has to cover everything, because doors are a very, very important thing. Point 10, are there any gouges or scratches on the wheels? Okay, the last thing to consider are the wheels. The wheels are actually the ones that control the car. You have to have good wheels with enough grips. You have to look whether there are any scratches or gouges around the wheel. This is a good wheel. There are no any scratches, no any gouges. This is a perfect wheel to support such a heavy vehicle. So wheels are very important to consider when you are looking for used cars in Japan, because if there are any scratches or gouges on the wheel, you have to really inspect the car, and maybe you have to change the wheels, because you cannot mess around with the wheels, especially in roads around Africa. You need a strong wheel to take care of the rough roads around Africa. On our SBI official website, you can actually narrow down your search for vehicles. You can narrow down according to your price, according to the maker or the brand, as well as the color. We have it all. So please visit our website to have more insight on the number or the variety of vehicles that we provide to you. I hope you get some time to catch up with us through this YouTube channel as well as our website. See you soon.